Batman Arkham Asylum number 2, time served, patient in number 1, Slugsy Kyle. Location, Arkham Asylum for the criminally insane Gotham City. Date, June 3rd, 1946. Interviewer, Dr. Jeremiah Arkham. Patient, Slugsy Kyle. Classification, obsessive criminal, time-fixated supervillain. Tash Arkham Asylum. Recording transcript file number AA194600SK. A tape recorder begins to spin. The rhythmic ticking of a wall clock fills the interview room. Seated across from Dr. Jeremiah Arkham is Slugsy Kyle, who spends several seconds staring at the clock before acknowledging the doctor. This is Dr. Jeremiah Arkham. Patient interview number 1. Date, June 3rd, 1946. The patient is Slugsy Kyle, now calling himself the Clock. Mr. Kyle, do you understand why you're here? Because Batman couldn't leave well enough alone. Let's begin with your first encounter. You attempted to rob the Gotham Silverware Company warehouse. I almost got away. I even fooled Batman, pretended my leg was broken. He actually stopped to help me. Big mistake. You struck him and escaped. Best punch I ever threw. Didn't last long. He tracked me anyway. Using traces of thallium left in your footprints. Who even thinks like that? Normal people don't. Batman does. Your records indicate you captured Batman inside the abandoned Gotham Glassworks. Had him tied up. Thought I finally won. Then he escaped using a bucket of rouge. Never figured that one out. He later deceived you with mirrors. I fired at his reflection. By the time I realized, he was behind me. Lights out. When police found you, Batman left a note. Do you remember it? Slugsy's smile disappears. This is for you. The time has come for the Batman. He thought he was funny. After your imprisonment, something changed. You refused rehabilitation. Instead, you became fascinated with clocks. Why? Because time put me in prison. Batman made me do time. So, I learned everything about it. Every gear, every spring, every second. Darkham, you reinvented yourself. Garfield likes fire. I like clocks. Simple. You adopted the name The Clock. Every great criminal needs a theme. Mine was perfect. Batman runs out of time eventually. Everybody does. Your first act was destroying a monument honoring Batman. It was ugly. Needed replacing. Arkham, you publicly announced Batman would die at precisely 3 o'clock the following day. Timing is everything. Then you stole specialized watch screws from a factory. Why those? Precision. A clock is only as good as its smallest piece. People forget that. Batman and Robin eventually located you inside an abandoned mill. Knocked them both cold. Tied them up. Best day of my life. You attached Batman to an explosive clock. 3 o'clock. Boom. Perfect ending. Except, it wasn't. Batman escaped before the timer expired. He always does. Your final confrontation occurred at Gotham City's clock fair. I almost had the jewels. Then Batman used those giant clock springs against me. Imagine that. Caught by a clock. Robin laughed. I still hear it. Arkham, you now spend much of your day watching the clocks inside Arkham. Why? Because clocks tell the truth. They never stop. They never lie. They don't care who's winning. Do you still hate Batman? Kyle slowly turns toward Dr. Arkham. Hate? No. I owe him. Without Batman, Slugsy Kyle would have stayed a nobody. The clock will be remembered. If you escape today, what would you do? Buy myself a new watch. Then I'd find Batman, and I'd make sure his time finally runs out. The interview room falls silent, except for the ticking clock. Dr. Arkham switches off the recorder. Dr. Jeremiah Arkham, personal notes. Patient displays an obsessive fixation on clocks, timepieces, and schedules. Unlike many inmates, his obsession appears to have developed after incarceration rather than before it. He has transformed the concept of imprisonment, doing time, into the defining theme of his criminal identity. Kyle remains intelligent and methodical, preferring elaborate, precisely timed crimes over impulsive acts. His resentment toward Batman has become inseparable from his fascination with clocks. The patient appears calm while discussing his crimes, but grows emotionally agitated whenever Batman's victories are mentioned. Recommendation: remove all unnecessary clocks and timing devices from the patient's cell. Continue psychological observation. Supervise access to mechanical objects, as he has repeatedly demonstrated an ability to construct devices from ordinary materials. Threat assessment high. End of interview number 1. Arkham Asylum patient file. Slugsy Kyle the Clock. Status active. Patient. Batman Gotham History number 1. The Demon's Beginning. The Origin of Ra's al Ghul. Gotham Historical Archive File Number GH001. Subject: Ra's al Ghul. Classification: Immortal Criminal Mastermind. Compiled for Gotham City Historical Records. The man who became the demon. Before he was known as Ra's al Ghul, before he commanded armies of assassins and challenged Batman's beliefs, he was simply a man searching for answers in a world filled with suffering. Centuries ago, in a forgotten desert kingdom, a young physician was born. His name has been lost to history, but his intelligence and curiosity would eventually change the world forever. From an early age, he studied medicine, science, and the mysteries of life itself. Unlike other healers who accepted death as natural, he believed death was a problem waiting to be solved. He wanted to understand the greatest mystery of all: how to defeat death. Hashk, the discovery of the Lazarus Pit. During his search, the young doctor discovered a strange underground pool of chemicals and ancient energy. The waters had incredible properties. The pool could restore life. The doctor used the mysterious waters to save a dying prince. The treatment worked, but it came with a terrible cost. The prince returned to life changed. He became violent and unstable, eventually murdering the doctor's wife. The ruler of the kingdom blamed the doctor for the tragedy and ordered him executed. Buried alive and left for dead, the doctor escaped with the help of his followers. The experience changed him forever. He no longer saw humanity as something worth saving. He saw humanity as a disease. The birth of Ra's al Ghul. The doctor abandoned his old identity and took a new name, Ra's al Ghul, translated as the demon's head. He believed civilization was destroying the planet through greed, war, and corruption. His solution was not reform. His solution was elimination. For centuries, Ra's traveled the world, gathering knowledge, wealth, and influence. He created a powerful organization known as the League of Assassins, a group of elite warriors trained to carry out his vision. The League of Assassins. The League became Ra's al Ghul's instrument of judgment. They assassinated corrupt rulers, destroyed criminal organizations, and influenced major events throughout history. To Ra's, these actions were not crimes. They were necessary sacrifices. He believed he was saving the world by removing those he considered harmful. The Lazarus Pits. Because of his discoveries, Ra's gained an unusually long lifespan through the use of Lazarus Pits. However, repeated use came with consequences. Each resurrection damaged his mind, causing moments of madness and instability. Despite this, Ra's continued his mission for centuries. Time itself became meaningless to him. Empires rose and fell. Kings died. Generations disappeared. But Ra's al Ghul remained. The demon's interest in Batman. Eventually, Ra's discovered Gotham City and the mysterious vigilante known as Batman. Unlike other criminals, Batman fascinated him. Ra's saw Bruce Wayne as someone with intelligence, discipline, and determination unlike anyone he had encountered. He believed Batman was the perfect successor. A warrior capable of leading the world into a new era, but Batman refused. Batman versus Ra's al Ghul. Their conflict became a battle of ideals. Ra's believed humanity needed a harsh cleansing. Batman believed humanity could be saved. Ra's saw compassion as weakness. Batman saw it as strength. Both men were brilliant detectives and master strategists, but their visions of justice could never exist together. Legacy Ra's al Ghul remains one of Batman's greatest enemies because he is not motivated by money, fame, or simple revenge. He believes he is right. He believes history will prove him correct. To Gotham City, he is a terrorist. To his followers, he is a visionary. To Batman, he is a warning of what happens when someone decides they alone have the right to judge the world. Gotham History Archive Summary. Name, Ra's al Ghul. Title, The Demon's Head. Occupation, immortal strategist, leader of the League of Assassins. Known for global manipulation, assassination, Lazarus Pit resurrection, greatest rival, Batman. Philosophy, humanity must be destroyed and rebuilt to survive. Threat level, historical. Impact, one of the most dangerous individuals in human history.